Beyond UAE's Golden Visa, countries offering residency to Indians and what you need to qualify with the United Arab Emirates opening a nomination-based Golden Visa program for Indians without the requirement of investing in real estate or business. Many are now asking what other countries offer similar pathways to residency or citizenship. Whether for better global mobility, long-term settlement, or strategic family planning, several countries provide options for Indian nationals to legally reside, and in some cases, gain full citizenship, through structured economic or merit-based criteria. Here's a comprehensive look at global destinations that currently welcome Indians through residency or investment programs, how much it costs, and what the eligibility requirements are. The United States remains one of the most sought-after destinations for Indian professionals and high-net-worth individuals. Under the EB-5 Immigrant Investor Program, Indian applicants can obtain a U.S. green card by investing a minimum of $800,000 in a targeted employment area defined as either a rural region or one with unemployment at least 150% of the national average or $1.05 million in non-targeted, typically urban, or economically developed areas. The investment must lead to the creation of at least 10 full-time jobs for American citizens or lawful residents. The EB-5 visa allows the applicant, their spouse, and unmarried children under 21 to live, study, and work anywhere in the U.S. After 5 years of permanent residency, applicants become eligible to apply for U.S. citizenship. With rising restrictions on H-1B and student visa categories, interest in EB-5 among Indians has surged in recent years. In February 2025, the Trump administration unveiled a proposal to introduce a separate high-value immigration pathway called the Gold Card. This program would allow ultra-high net worth foreigners to gain U.S. residency by paying a $5 million lump sum, with no job creation or active investment requirement. In June, a dedicated registration website for the Gold Card, trumpcard.gov, was launched, allowing interested applicants to join a waitlist. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick went on record to say the new program was meant to replace the EB-5 visa, which he criticized for being full of nonsense and vulnerable to misuse. However, EB-5 is protected by law until at least 2027 and cannot be scrapped by executive order alone. Only the U.S. Congress can repeal or replace it. For Indian nationals, this means the EB-5 remains the only currently available investor-based residency route to the U.S. The Gold Card remains a political proposal and has not been enacted into law. Portugal has long been a preferred European destination for Indian investors seeking stable residency and future citizenship. While the Golden Visa program earlier included real estate-linked options, the rules were overhauled in late 2023 under the Mays Habitakeo law, which permanently removed residential property purchases as a qualifying investment. This was aimed at curbing speculative buying and easing housing pressures in urban centers. The revised program now allows Indian nationals to apply by investing at least €500,000 into government-approved venture capital or investment funds, contributing the same amount towards scientific research institutions, or funding business ventures that create at least 5 new jobs in Portugal. A lower threshold of €250,000 applies to donations supporting cultural or heritage preservation initiatives. Residency permits are granted initially for 1 year and are renewable. Recent changes also allow applicants to count the residency period from the date of application rather than the final approval, effectively reducing the timeline to apply for citizenship. After 5 years of legal residence, and upon meeting the basic language requirement A2 Portuguese and minimum physical stay conditions, individuals can apply for Portuguese citizenship. However, Indian nationals must renounce their Indian passports, as dual citizenship is not permitted by Indian law. While application volumes remain high, processing delays continue to be a concern. Many applicants face wait times of 12 to 24 months, with some still awaiting approvals submitted over 2 years ago. Despite these lags, Portugal's Golden Visa continues to be attractive for Indians looking to establish a base in the European Union with a future pathway to citizenship. As part of its Vision 2030 reforms, Saudi Arabia has significantly expanded its premium residency program, often referred to as the Saudi Green Card. This initiative allows foreign nationals, including Indians, to live, work, and invest in the kingdom without the need for a local sponsor. Initially launched with two options: an annual renewable residency for SAR 100,000 approximately $26,700 and a lifetime residency for SAR 800,000 around USD 213,000. The program now includes additional tracks for investors, entrepreneurs, property owners, highly skilled professionals, and exceptional talent. Premium residency holders can own real estate with some exclusions in the holy cities, establish and operate businesses, sponsor immediate family members, and freely enter and exit the country. New categories, such as entrepreneur and investor residencies, have been introduced with separate investment thresholds and job creation criteria. While the program does not offer a direct path to Saudi citizenship, it provides long-term economic and personal stability, especially for Indians engaged in Gulf business ecosystems or those seeking to live in Saudi Arabia without the constraints of the traditional sponsorship kafala system. Among all countries offering economic residency programs, Paraguay stands out for its simplicity and low cost. Indian nationals can obtain permanent residency by depositing a nominal amount between $5,000 and $6,000 in a Paraguayan bank or investing in a local business. The application process is straightforward, with minimal bureaucratic hurdles. Permanent residency is usually granted within 3 to 6 months. What makes Paraguay even more appealing is that applicants can apply for citizenship after just 3 years of permanent residence, provided they meet physical presence and integration criteria. Given its low cost and ease of access, Paraguay is increasingly seen as a backup option for Indian freelancers, entrepreneurs, and digital nomads. Several Caribbean nations, such as Dominica, St. Lucia, Antigua and Barbuda, and St. Kitts and Nevis, offer full citizenship to Indian nationals in exchange for economic contributions. These citizenship by investment (CBI) programs typically require a donation to a government fund or investment in pre-approved real estate projects. The minimum investment starts at around $100,000 for individual applicants, with family packages costing upwards of $150,000 to $250,000 depending on the country and the number of dependents included. Most programs process applications within 3 to 8 months. The biggest draw for Indians is the global mobility these passports offer. Most CBI countries provide visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 140 countries, including the Schengen area and the UK. However, these programs do not grant residency rights in these regions, only enhanced travel privileges. Grenada's program is particularly popular among Indians because Grenadian passport holders are eligible for the USE2 Treaty Investor Visa, allowing them to operate businesses in the United States. Vietnam has officially entered the residency by investment space with a structured Golden Visa program launched in May 2025. The initiative offers temporary residence cards (TRCs) ranging from 1 to 10 years, depending on the size and nature of the applicant's investment. Open to citizens of several countries, including India, the program targets long-term investors, skilled professionals, and business owners seeking a stable base in Southeast Asia. Applicants can choose from different categories, with the 10-year visa T1 requiring a minimum investment of approximately $4 million, typically in high-priority sectors like technology or renewable energy. Lower tiers offer 5- and 3-year permits for investments between $120,000 and $4 million, with active participation in the Vietnamese economy being a core requirement. While often described as a golden visa, Vietnam's model emphasizes operational engagement over passive financial contributions. Visa holders are allowed to live, work, and conduct business in Vietnam, and may sponsor family members such as spouses and dependent children. In higher investment categories, permanent residency becomes available after 3 years, and citizenship is possible after 5 subject to local language and residency conditions, and with the requirement to renounce existing citizenship, including Indian nationality. With a digital-first application process being rolled out across major cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam's new residency scheme offers Indians a long-term, business-friendly platform in one of Asia's fastest-growing economies. Hungary officially relaunched its guest investor residency program in July 2024, offering a 10-year renewable residency permit to high-net-worth individuals, including Indian nationals. Under the current rules, applicants can qualify by investing $250,000 in a government-approved real estate fund or making a $1 million donation to a Hungarian public interest trust supporting education or cultural initiatives. Direct residential property purchases are no longer an option under the revised program. Successful applicants gain the right to live in Hungary and travel freely across the Schengen area, with minimal physical stay requirements. While the program does not provide an immediate path to citizenship, permanent residency is possible after 3 years, and naturalization may be available after 8 years, subject to language proficiency and integration criteria. Despite a slow start, fewer than 30 permits were issued in the first 6 months. The program remains attractive to Indians seeking long-term EU access without the heavy tax burdens or visibility associated with larger schemes. Although Hungary's earlier Bond for Residency initiative was marred by controversy and eventually shut down, the current model has stricter regulatory oversight and greater transparency. Swipe left for next video. As global immigration models evolve, Indians now have access to a wide spectrum of residency options, from premium investment schemes in the US and Europe to faster, lower-cost pathways in Latin America and the Caribbean. The UAE's new nomination-based Golden Visa has opened the floodgates for other talent-focused programs, but each country comes with its own legal, financial, and long-term implications. Every move should be preceded by proper legal due diligence, expert consultation, and a clear understanding of citizenship laws, especially given India's restrictions on dual nationality. Latest blogs.